All right.
Yeah.
It shows that we are live. Welcome to my channel. It is just the guys' night tonight. Tillery
Boys
and
night out.
everybody's got some things going on, personal and work related and stuff. So it's just gonna be us two. We are going to be doing episode 2. Did I hear it? Echo?
No, sorry.
Okay.
Yes, you did, but it was because I had my phone on, and so it.
Okay. I was like,
No, it was
oh,
me.
you and
again.
Echoes today.
It was me.
Yeah. But yeah, we're going to do episode 2, box 2, whatever. We had planned on doing 2 and 3, but box 3 we start actually eliminating suspects. So we're just going to do 2, and hopefully next week Aphrodite and Tillery can join us when we start actually eliminating people. But yeah, that's what we're going to be doing today. You want to say?
Should we
hello?
give a quick? Oh yeah. Sorry. Hello, I am Barrett.
Hi.
That's all. That's me.
Wow. I'm Dioso. Names right there. Yeah. This is my channel. So yeah. But yeah, we're going to get started on this. Last time
I was going to say, should we tell them a little bit about episode 1 in case anybody missed it?
I'll figure kind of like a little recap.
Yeah.
What we are doing is the Moon Summit mystery box from Honey Killer. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
It's 6 episodes. We got through episode 1 last week. If you haven't already, you can go check out my channel, watch that. Basically, these 5 college students, professors, whatever, go on a expedition in Alaska, and they have a tour guide, so there's 6 of them. One of them ends up dead, believed to have been murdered by a bear. We found out last week that he was stabbed with a tactical knife. So, yeah, multiple times. So today we are supposed to be figuring out what trail. Let's see if I can share screen here. Share screen. Share full screen. Sure, why not? There we go. Let's hide that. Goal is to identify the killer's trail, which we get a map and find some of the hiking trails. So we get to figure that part out. And that's our main goal for today. So that's pretty much caught up. I got all the stuff up here opened.
Cool.
Let's see here. I guess they updated this because it used to have like the plus sign over here. Now it's up here, and it's, I don't know. It looks weird.
Yeah.
It's throwing me off now.
Oh, there we go. That's bigger. Okay, I can do that.
All right. Let's see here. We'll go ahead and get started. It's the PI and then the OMI letter. I'll go ahead and read those real quick. So I think it's safe to say that we officially have ourselves a case. It's certainly not cut and dry, but identifying the murder weapon was an excellent first step. I commend you for your attention to detail, especially concerning the autopsy. There were critical elements that have been overlooked in the initial investigation. Yeah. Whoever killed Toby worked hard to cover them up. Ami was right to suspect something was wrong, and I'm glad you caught it. I asked Ami to address you directly from now on in case I'm too busy to send a letter in the future. She's the one who's gathering all these materials after all, so she'll be able to give you more insights about them. I'm essentially a shipping service for you, but I'll try to keep on top of the important facts of the incidents so that we're on the same page. Now that we know the nature of the investigation, I need to make sure our shared desktop has extra protection. I'll be changing the password every so often to maintain security. The new desktop password is PHTM76. Let's see here. Mark that one out. Password
PHTM76.
Yep. All right. Which you can use to see the updates I've made. I still haven't opened up that page yet. I'll need to do that a little bit.
Okay.
Ami sent me several SD cards she found from the expedition to save us all some time. I only uploaded the photos taken around the time of Toby's death. So it looks like we'll get some photos on there.
Cool.
There's one thing I'm curious about. If we're to treat the remaining 5 expedition team members as murder suspects, How did the killer commit the murder and make it back before anyone noticed? Toby died sometime between 9 p.m. and 11 p.m. Looking at the trails on the topographical map on a sense along, the killer must have taken a very specific escape route along one of the trails back to camp. When you figure out this route, send me a message through the contact shortcut. Follow the message with the name of the trail you think the killer used. Identifying the trail might help our timeline and also confirm that the killer was someone on the expedition team, not a random passerby, although I doubt there are many of those in the isolated Alaskan wilderness. If you're having trouble, tell the message nothing found, and I'll try to find some time to help out. I'm eager to learn what you're able to uncover, Michelle Gray. All right.
Real quick, something that jumps out at me that I think we should think about. So basically, what we want to look for is, I want to see if in the last episode, and we don't need to do this now, but when we're looking to eliminate trails, the hunter trapper dude that we thought was maybe the killer, but he's like too obvious to be the killer. He and that chick, I think it's Emma, said they went to look at a trap, and I think they mentioned a trail. So like, I think one trail we can eliminate pretty quickly is whatever one they would have been on, because the killer would have passed them.
Yeah, I know.
Do you know
with
what I'm
these,
saying?
with these cases, they do say like when you get it, there's something I didn't scan in. It's just like a little bookmark. It's like, thank you for buying our stuff, and let you know if you need help. So you can do that nothing found, and they'll give you hints if you can't find stuff. And it also tells you not to throw away or get rid of anything, because stuff from previous boxes, like previous episodes or whatever, could come in use later on. For you to find stuff. So yeah, that's something.
I can't remember which one, but someone mentioned a trail last time, and I like I said, I just feel like that if it's two people on a trail, then we'll know to eliminate that one, because both of them could have identified the killer. You know what I'm saying? Would have been like, hey, why are you walking out here? Whatever.
Yeah, because I got the box right beside me, like I showed a while ago. So if we need to pull anything like that, as well as I got all of these documents scanned into my computer, as well as Barrett's got access to them and stuff. So if we need to look, we can do that.
Yeah. Well, sorry to interrupt. Back to Ami.
That's fine. That's fine. But yeah, if we ever need a hint, I don't want to try it, but I mean, if we do, we can always do nothing found and get some hints. All right, and this is from Ami, which is Toby's friend that's actually kind of pushed this investigation to get started.
Right.
Investigator Michelle let me know that you'll be handling Toby's case now that you found proof his death wasn't quite the accident we were led to believe. It was such a relief to read that. I knew something was wrong, but I felt like I was crazy. I'll keep searching here at Whitlock and send you everything I think is relevant. You should still have access to my university portal, so you'll see I upload another digitized document for you. It's named Letter to Team. From what I can gather, Whitlock is keeping all of these materials and data to themselves until the expedition can pick back up. The only problem is that I don't think they'll ever be able to regain support after what happened with the last team. I've been looking into the backgrounds of the team members, and I found an article about Emma Clarkson, the field researcher. I knew she used to work at Whitlock, but I somehow hadn't heard anything about her previous position in the department ended. How her previous position in the department ended. I also got my hands on some faculty reviews of Nigel Reese and Conrad Wildingham. Don't ask how. I've taken a few classes taught by them before, but I never had any real issues. Oh, and I hope you don't mind, but I include a scan of a loose page of Toby's notebook that I found. I want to hold onto the original page for now, since it's the first thing in his handwriting I've seen in these archives. I was surprised it was in a stack of unrelated papers. I mean, it just seems like notes about photography, but I still don't know where the rest of his notebook is. Everything from
it's the code. Sorry.
Yeah.
Spoiler, it's the code.
Okay. Everything from the expedition looks like it was shuffled around in transit or something. I don't know what sort of investigative work you're doing right now, but could it be helpful to think about the relationships between expedition members? Right now, I just can't understand how things could have gone so wrong in such a short time, or maybe there was always something wrong from the start. Anyways, I should let you focus on whatever you need to do. But before that, I want to thank you for taking this on. We've never met and likely never will. But you're still helping me with one of the darkest things I've ever had to face. It means more than I can say. Ami Takahashi.
Cool. You're a good egg, Ami.
I'm sorry.
Oops, what did you do?
I was supposed to got a fitted sheet for our bed, and I got a flat sheet instead. It was like mixed up with all the other fitted sheets, and I just looked at the color and was like, yeah, this is it.
It says it in English.
I know it says it in English. It's the only language I know how to read and speak.
Oh.
Well, you mentioned maybe going to the store tomorrow anyways again or something. Return it.
I bought it.
Okay. Do you want to pause right now? Let's see.
Yeah.
I know something we did last time. That we mentioned maybe doing it again, like each episode. Kind of go over the suspects, like who we think, and maybe even if you want to kind of recap, like what we determined off of the suspects, or whatever from last time. You want to do that?
Sure.
All right. You want to go first?
Yeah. Let me hang on. I got to get my notes. I was relying on your shared screen. Okay. So last time we met. Hang on. I'm pulling up my file.
I was about to say I got my notebook over here that I take notes in, but all I wrote down was the passwords and stuff last time.
Yeah. No, we're good. Okay, here we go. So our cast of characters was and is Dr. Conrad Wildingham. He's the leader and put this whole thing together. He's the one looking for the ghost links. And he's suspicious, but I think Aphrodite felt like he was having an affair with someone. I think it was Emma that we were suspecting that maybe. But then
I think we thought that, I don't know about that, but I remember
I
was thinking that Reese and him used to be like lovers.
Well,
I was talking really good about each other before the expedition, and at some point during the expedition, now they're like hate each other.
It goes bad, yeah.
Yeah,
you're right.
I remember that.
And then, okay, so there's those two. So it's Dr.
I think it was like
Ritchie.
Emma and Rusty that was thinking, because she was wanting to go with them to the thing.
Yes, Emma and Rusty went out too, but we weren't sure. So what happened the night of the murder? Toby is the victim. He's a photographer, graduate student, and he wanders off to go take pictures after dinner. They finished dinner that night. The only time that it could have happened, the murder, was between 9 and 11. And the only people at camp when Toby left were Dr. Nigel Ricci, Dr. Conrad Wildingham, and Lillian Walker, who is a documentarian. She's making like a documentary, or hoping to. Rusty and Emma went out to look at a trap. But didn't we decide, remind me of this, Stewie, didn't we decide that we're not sure that Emma actually went with Rusty? That like in Rusty's statement?
Out of those 5 statements,
like
Wildingham mentions that he was stretching.
Right.
Wildingham mentions that he's stretching or whatever. And then Reese kind of confirms that he went to a different tent or whatever, like the lab tent, because of Wildingham's stretching. So we kind of eliminate Wildingham a little bit, if we believe that. And then Rusty mentions he's going to go do a trap. Emma confirms that and says that she wants to go along. But again, Rusty doesn't say anything about her going with him.
Right.
And Rusty got attacked by like a cat or something. And Emma doesn't really mention that. I mean, I would assume that would be something big, like, oh, yeah, you know, this happened or whatever.
Right. Well, he was injured
so
enough
that
to like,
kind of
treated,
eliminates.
right?
Do what?
He was injured enough to be treated, I think, right? Didn't he get like a bandage or something on it? So it's like, it was bad.
I don't know if it was like really treated, but yeah, it was a noticeable wound, I'm pretty sure. How it read, if I remember correctly. Yeah, so that kind of eliminated Rusty's, but it still doesn't eliminate Emma's. And then Lillian just like, I just went off on my own. Very suspicious. Like, she's like, yeah, me and Toby used to do this all the time. I was like, and Toby's dead. What does that say about you? I don't know if she's giving away a little bit too much there, or
where you been, Lillian?
Yeah, right.
I'm glancing over her statement right now, all over the statements, just to see if anyone mentions a specific trail. Yeah, I don't see anyone mentioning a specific trail. Not even Rusty. I thought he did.
Did he say like what direction? Because I know
Yeah,
the map
east.
has east.
Yeah,
That might
pins
kinda
off
limit
one of the traps to the east of camp. So after dinner, I decided to head out there to check it. Once I got there, I thought our luck had turned. There was a cat inside, just a regular cougar.
Okay. Actually, something I believe. Let me look at the map real fast.
Yeah, pull it up.
Yeah. Oh, so let me share screen again. The map. Oh, that's not it. So we can kind of see like where they're actually at,
Right.
or this is their campsite. If it's east, that means it would be this way. So, I mean, some of these, I don't
Well,
really.
the traps are squares, right?
Yeah, the traps are square, so we can assume maybe that one, because that's
Yeah,
the only one directly east. I mean, there's the one down here.
that's more southeast. I feel like you're
Yeah.
right. I feel like east would be that particular
Yeah,
trap.
because there's one up here that's north, almost northwest. That's south, southeast. So I would assume this. Does he say something about the river or anything?
No, not in his statement. Let me check.
Okay.
To the east of camps after. No, he doesn't talk about the river.
Well, I'm going to say that's probably the trap right there that he went to.
Yeah, let me check Emma's statement real quick because she supposedly followed him. So let's just see. 9, Toby didn't say camp after dinner. Check a trap, and I wanted to go with him. It was around 11 that we were all back together at camp, except Toby. I didn't want to split the group. They wanted to photograph in the southeast, so we searched that way. We weren't having any luck. Call the ranger. Okay, no. All right, well, that's.
Well, that kind of lets us know like where the supposed trap is then that they went to.
Yes, and what trail Rusty would have been on, right?
Yeah.
He would have been on this.
Kind of. I mean, it doesn't really have a trail going through. I mean, he would cross over that trail.
Probably would have crossed that one. So anybody on that one, he may have interacted, or you know what I mean, might have crossed him. Do we know where the body was found, Stewie, on this map, or is it from the last set?
It might be from the last one. We might have some information somewhere.
Oh wait, here I've got it. Hold up. How do I blow this up? There it is.
Wait, Echo Cavern, wasn't it?
Yes.
Okay, so yeah, Echo Cavern number 2 should be right here.
Cave.
So that looks like between 5 and. Oh, I probably should have got better at that. Pull out the thing.
Would you point to it one more time where it was on your end on the shared screen? There. Yes. Okay.
Yeah, that's 2.
So
5 possibly, or this other one. So I can't tell what that is. How it's scanned in.
Right over here.
Pull out the actual map. Let's see. Possibly 6. Since the next one's 7.
So there's really only 2 trails that the killer could have really been on, and it's either trail on either side, right?
Yeah, I mean, you would think, because they both kind of go around that, and then they would go kind of around the camp.
Right. Taking so much time. Right.
Oh, that might be something that kind of throwing us off too. It's like a red herring or something.
Could be.
I know some of these got like easy and difficult type hiking things. So
well, that's what I was thinking. Like maybe we look at what
easy, moderate, difficult.
Those first 2 trails are, and then like power of deduction.
5 is easy. I'm going to say that's 6. What else in here?
Hang on, I'm opening a new screen.
Yeah, well, I mean, we can look more into that here in a little bit. We can go ahead and keep going through some of this other stuff.
Okay. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, we kind of went over everybody, like our thoughts, I guess, already.
Yeah.
We kind of have different motives, I guess, for everybody in a way.
100%.
So yeah, let's see. Weekly reports. To Douglas Plinkley from Dr. Nigel Racy.
Must be the department head or chancellor, maybe, of the university, probably. Is who he's writing it. Is who he's writing it to, right? He'd be reporting on their status
I would
or whatever.
assume. And the date is the 29th. Isn't that when?
I think that's the day he died, right?
Yeah, that night, early morning, or I guess late night that night.
Yeah.
Would have been when he died. So this would have been that day, I'm assuming. Dr. Nigel Racy to Douglas Plinkley. Going into the final stretch of this grand adventure, team morale is at an all-time low. At the outset, we thought ourselves to be following in the footsteps of Vasco da Gama, fate-bound towards new discovery, only to realize we are more closely following the trail of Fawcett, stumbling blind through the jungle until perishing from exhaustion or worse. At the beginning, I had a nagging notion that this might be nothing more than a wild goose chase, but Conrad's fierce determination and zeal won me over. I am ashamed, if sadly not surprised to admit, it seems he has made me play the fool once again. Of course, not all of our troubles fall on our leader's shoulders. We have been working on a shoestring budget from the start. The trail cameras we procured are hardly up to the task. Half of them no longer work, and those that do no longer respond to movement. Emma came up with a clever workaround that has them take pictures at set intervals. But due to data storage restrictions, the intervals are only once every 15 minutes. The likelihood of finding anything of note with such a crude sampling tool makes going through the captured images an exercise in futility. Luckily, we have a grad student for such an endeavor. Speaking of Toby, he seems to be the only one of us still in good spirits. The naive optimism of youth, even if it is a bit tiresome after nearly 4 months, he's still positive we're going to find this damn feline and that he'll be the one to snap the legendary photo. Meanwhile, Conrad's mood grows fouler by the day. Emma is furiously drafting and redrafting the endangered species permit, and Lillian alternates between bouts of exuberance and despair over how her film is coming together. Rusty seems to be completely unaffected, but I doubt even a grizzly breaking down his front door would be enough to get this man to express any kind of emotion. Sadly, this expedition is turning out to be little more than a waste of time and money. While this failure rests in part upon all the team members, the ultimately responsibility must lie with leadership. I hope the university recognizes the folly of handing full control of such a significant endeavor over to someone like Conrad Wildingham. He was a fool the first time he published this nonsense with no evidence, and at this rate, he's on course to do it again. In the end, this mistake will have its price. I just hope that those who had no say in the matter won't be left to foot the bill. So he's like taking shots at Conrad again.
Yeah, he is. That was ugly at lovers to haters.
Yeah.
That's ugly.
It is. But yeah, that was wait. 10:51. Would that be the time?
Right before.
Well, somewhere
between 9 and 11.
So that would have been right there at the end skirts of it.
Yeah. And a pretty hefty little something to sit down and write. So.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to start eliminating people, but I mean, possibly.
That might give him a little bit of an out.
Yeah, maybe.
That's interesting. Okay, what's next? Is it article?
Faculty review.
Faculty review? Okay, is that me reading?
Yeah, I think the rest is you. And then once we get
grab it.
Sorry.
Okay, here we go. The faculty review sounds eerily like my faculty review when I was teaching.
Are you reading off mine or? You gonna read off
Yeah,
yours?
no, I've got it. I've got it pulled up here in giant so I can read it.
All right, I'll go ahead and share for the viewers, anyways.
For anybody else. Cool. Okay, so it says this first one is for Conrad Wildingham, PhD, a tenured professor. This is for October 9th, 2017. So these would have been after the murder, I believe. Is that right?
No, that happened in 2018.
Oh, got it. So the year before.
So this would have been the year before.
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
so this summer, Dr. Wildingham continues to be one of our best reviewed lecturers. It's always refreshing to see tenured professors who care about the students and not just their research. It seems most of his negative reviews are from students who are not pursuing degrees in natural sciences. While Dr. Wildingham could be more accommodating to general education students, his enthusiasm for the subject material is to be commended. The positive student reviews say Dr. Wildingham has a real passion for the material, and that is infectious. I wish I could take all of my classes with him. Next, his office hours are amazing. No one says that, by the way, in real life, but that's okay. He's willing to sit and talk with students for as long as they want to make sure they understand the material.
Oh, I had a teacher in college that if she wasn't in class, she was in her office, and we could go talk to her.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I never had.
I would say a lot of professors, but I did have a English teacher.
I had a few. I mean, I had a few that did office hours. I was usually one of the.
I don't know if
only
she
ones
actually
that
had it
used them.
posted anywhere, but I know I went there sometimes because she found out at that point I was writing songs and stuff. That's before I started my little rap career or whatever.
Yeah.
And she found out that I wrote songs, and it's like, I would like to read some of them, so I did, and I'd go into her office like random times between classes or whatever, and we'd sit there and discuss shit and this and that.
That's cool. So then this next suck up says, easily the best professor I've had. Lectures are fascinating, and Dr. Wildingham obviously loves what he does.
You think that's a suck up?
I think all three of those are like trying to get in Dr. Wildingham's good grades.
I was about to say, if you're going and leaving a review on a professor, I think you're just a suck up
teacher.
I didn't no reviews on mine. I care less.
A couple of good ones. Like if I had a really great professor, I would leave a great review. Obviously,
I mean, I would like tell people. I was like, it's a good teacher or whatever. But actually, get online and leave a review. No.
Oh, see, like at my university and the one I taught at, both they had to, you had to, like at the end of, or you didn't have to, but like the last day of class, like if you were in class, they put the paper on your desk, and if you were online, you didn't get your grades. Either way, you didn't get your grades until you submitted your reviews. So if you wanted your grades, they made you do it. So, okay, these are the negative reviews. These are the ones that I would say are real. Good God, does he need to take it down a few levels? Not everyone taking intro biology is going to be a scientist. I just need my gen ed credit. Real talk. Next person. He reminds me of my grandpa, constantly telling stories about things you're pretty sure never happened, all while you're waiting for him to awkwardly try to hug you. Ooh. I guess the university finds personality charming. What is with the animal skeletons in his classroom? It's creepy as hell. 1 or 2, fine. 35, he has to be on a list somewhere.
I was supposed to say, I like little skeletons, but yeah, that might be overdoing it there.
That's a lot of dead things around you. All right, this is Dr. Nigel's review. He is the one who just cut up Dr. Wildingham with a carving knife in his little report. And it says, Dr. Ricci is admired and disliked by his students in almost equal measure. His lectures do tend to run long and don't always stay on topic, but he offers more official office hours than any other tenured professor in the department. He makes a conscious effort to make himself available to his students that every other professor at the university should try to emulate. The high dropout and failure rate for his courses continue to be an ongoing point of frustration for students. But department heads appreciate Dr. Ricci's efforts to weed out students who are unlikely to be successful pursuing a science major. In the long run, it is far more beneficial for both the student and the faculty for them to learn this as early in their academic career as possible. It's really oddly written. Okay, positive student reviews. I take every class I can with Dr. Ricci. I don't always understand the topic, but I love to hear him talk. Okay, girl. Sure. Go to office hours. He's happy to work with any students who are willing to put in the work, and a little flattery will get you into his good graces quick. sick. Calm down. So many of my friends said to avoid Dr. Ricci because his classes are too hard. I didn't find that the case at all. We're all here to take an active role in our education. Oh, puke. I really appreciate that Dr. Ricci didn't try to hold our hands. He let us discover things on our own, which I found invaluable. Well, good for you, Tom. Okay, these are the real reviews, the negative ones. I want to punch Dr. Ricci in his smug face. I don't think he could be more condescending to his students if he tried. Savage, and I'm here for it. I'm here for it. The only people who get a decent grade are the ones who suck up to him. Ding. Sorry, I'm here for an education, not to stroke this clown's ego. Ooh. Bragging about how many students fail your class is such a weird flex. It's literally his job to teach us, and he's proud of how bad he is at it. Makes me miss college.
Does it not say like who reviewed these? Like the little summary part?
No, because they're anonymous. Usually the reviews are anonymous.
Well, I figured the actual reviews were, but I mean the actual like summary portion.
Oh, no, that's it. Well, for instance, when I was teaching, it was my department head who either your committee chair or your department
head. I never really
so.
looked into all that stuff when I went to college. Just like, whatever.
Yeah,
I'm here to take the classes. I don't care about anything else.
Yeah, that's fair. Just give me the degree and let me get out of here.
Yeah, and not even.
Well, see, but you can always go back if you really want to torture yourself. Anyway.
I could. Only classes I still had left were like 2 easy classes.
You're 2 classes away from being done?
I had computer lit, which was like learning how to use Excel and Word, which I already knew. And then seminar, which all we did was make one like resume the whole year or whole semester. And that was the 2 easiest classes. And I flunked out both.
Oh my gosh, Stewie, you should do it.
I took computer lit in the summer as an online class, and I forgot all about it until the end of the summer. I was like, oh crap, I had a class. And then seminar, my teacher would give you a 0 if you showed up late to class, and I had a car that broke down all the time. So I was always late to class. I was like, sad, all you gotta do is make one resume the whole year. That's your only job. And yeah, I flunked out of it. I was like 2 easiest classes. All my actual classes I needed for my degree, I completed. Plus a bunch of others because I got a Pell Grant or whatever.
I bet a lot of people.
He's like, you have to have this many credits and this many hours. I was like, all right. Took a bunch of random classes. I took every math and every English class they had to offer at that college just so I could fill that up.
I do think a lot of people do that. I think people get into the classes that they aren't there to take, the ones you have to take, but they make you take. And those are the ones people are going to struggle through because it's like they don't want to take those classes. So unfortunately, those were always the ones I was teaching.
I took the English and math classes because those are the 2 best subjects for me.
Yeah.
So I was like, yeah, sure. I didn't like English, like literature, especially like comprehensive literature. I hated that shit in school. Like you read a poem, it's like, what does this mean? I was like, it means what it says. Don't ask me this. What does it mean? It's a butterfly flying through the field. No, it's supposed to be like life. And it's like, it says a butterfly's flying through the fucking field. I know what I read. I don't give a shit. I don't like these metaphorical bullshit.
All right. So am I asking this? So you didn't read the Toby's Journal yet, have you?
No, I haven't read
any of these. Good, because I'm going to read this to you and tell me if I want to see if the same thing jumps out to you that jumps out to me. Okay. So just listen and let's just see if it jumps out at you. All right. So May 20th.
ID. What? There's an ID. Let's see here. Over here on the side. Yeah. You seeing that?
Yeah. Yeah, that's
the ID
and password.
Yeah.
So that's a login to something, right?
That's probably like we got Ami Takahachi's university portal. That might be Toby's or something, maybe.
That's what I'm thinking. Like there will be something. I think that's the only thing that we've had that has a username and a password. Because the other thing's just a password. Right. So I feel like that's something we're going to use.
Do you think that's MI or M1?
I feel like it's a 1. Because he uses a 1 right next to it in that little table, and the 1 isn't like his 1s are just like an I, right? Yeah. So I feel like it's probably
it looks like the ID.
Yeah, it's probably a student number, right?
Maybe. Amy's though, or Ami's, is like her first letter of her first name, then her last name. It's A Takahashi. So I would assume his, if it followed that same method, would have been T. Was it?
Toby, I can't remember. Toby M.
Yeah, Toby
Mendia. I think
something like that. So it'd be T Mendia or Medias or something. I don't know.
Okay.
let's
see if the same thing jumps out at you that jumped out at me. So on May 20th, Toby writes, "The views just get bigger and more beautiful out here. Glad I packed the extra SD cards, but I wish I packed more socks. I did stop by the visitor center when we first got here and bought everyone a hiking medallion." So Toby bought everyone the hiking medallions. And remember, one of them was found on the way or by the Rangers, right? When they were looking at.
Yes. Oh, right? Was it the Ranger? I don't know. Or was it like, I know some of the stuff was found like randomly on the trails.
Right. But
and something I didn't, I'll go over it, I guess, here in a minute whenever we get to the evidence. Okay. I noticed just looking at this later, there is kind of something like on the back. I don't know if you can see on the camera or not. That I didn't take a picture of. I'll show it a little bit better later.
Okay, cool. I'll read it and then see, but I want to see if the code jumps out to you. So I did not, let's see. Thought it would be fun, team souvenir. So he gets everyone a medallion. So everyone had one that Toby bought. Only Rusty brought a hiking stick, but maybe we can all carve our own one night. Could be fun. 2 nights later, he says, found signs. Knives. What?
I said they had enough knives to carve it.
Oh, 100%.
Each person had like, what, 4?
Oh, yeah, totally.
I was like,
522. Found signs of a ground squirrel burrow between Cam Q32 and Knotwood. Should be easy to come back and get better shots when I know to tread lighter. So this next part's really interesting. So I think the word is aperture is how it looks, and it says best for. So notice it's an F and a fraction over a 1.4, F4, F8, F11, F22. And then it says
an F or a...
Oh, maybe it's a T. Maybe it's a T. To me, it looked like an F, but it could be a T.
What's aperture mean?
Pay attention to those. I don't know. Well, we should Google that.
That's what I'm Googling right now.
Then he says best for. So for instance, the first one is big scenes with a shallow depth of focus.
Okay.
But this is where
aperture is an opening, hole, or gap, a space through which light passes an optical or photographic instrument, especially the variable opening by which light enters a camera.
So these are probably lenses, right?
Maybe. I was supposed to say, I didn't know maybe it was F and it's different like focus. And I know like some cameras have like the little numbers, like where you turn it.
Yeah.
So it's like set the focus to 1.4 or something.
Yes. And I think that's what it is. But I think what we need to think about here, this is a code. And I'll explain why on the next page. You're going to see it. However, what he's done is he's taken something he's familiar with and attributed these 5 different focuses or lenses to people. So F dash or T dash 14 is big scenes with a shallow depth of focus. So if you're reading this, you could read that and think, well, that's about the lens. But you're going to see in a second how I think it's a code.
About somebody who wants to be big, but is very shallow.
Yes.
The next one is
temperamental autofocus, used only with decent lighting. The next one keeps everyone in focus in large groups. Next one, clear silhouettes with undefined features. Next one, large landscapes with lots of detail up front. Okay, here's where this comes into play. 529, T or F dash 4, or divided by 4, has made some shoots difficult. This really isn't the footage I want to be taking. Hope it's not like this the whole time. So I think he's talking about a person. So on 6.1,
he could be having problems with the lens or something. But I could see how it could be.
On 6.1, he says, no sign of a ghost links yet, but I've still filled almost 1/3 of my digital storage. I should take it easier and limit my exploring. F or T divided by 8 will be glad to see me less.
Yeah, you look at that field on that first line of that one, the
Yep.
F. It almost kind of looks like. Can you kind of slightly see a little bit of a curve?
Yeah, see, that's why I was saying F. It could be a
That's
T.
probably like a focus, I think. But yeah, that sounds like a person right there.
Right?
For sure.
We'll be glad to see me less. Get ready for it. 6'3".
Oh, who? Okay,
What?
continue.
So then he says, if Alaskan sunrises weren't so gorgeous, I would sleep in a lot later just to miss S or T divided by 1.4 S, so plural, right? Pre-coffee
No, it's got a little
with
apostrophe
everyone.
here.
Oh, it is apostrophe. Yeah, I see it. Sorry, I didn't see it.
Yeah, so
it's a
possession.
plural. It's a person, right?
It's
So
a possession of somebody. Yeah.
a lot later, just to miss blanks pre-coffee bickering with everyone. 6'6".
Okay.
Finally got a good series on the Bear family by Snowshoe Trail. Hare. Sorry.
Yeah.
Hare family by Snowshoe Trail, sending to international terrain as soon as FT, whatever it is, divided by 22 cleans out of the lab. That's a person. Not trying to get stuck listening to another monologue on F or T divided by 11's hubristic follies as a leader. That's a person. Still, if IT ends up using any of my work in their magazine, this trip may end up being worth the drama after all. So see what I mean? I think that's a code.
Yeah, especially those last couple do.
Right?
That one about let's see here, the 6-1. That ending will be glad to see me less.
Right.
He's talking about not getting as much camera or picture. He was keeping track of all that. Do you remember? Did it say? I know there's.
I don't remember. I feel like
specific jobs. I think.
Well, I'm wondering. I feel like he would have been.
Emma and Reese were the two that had the lab tents, weren't they?
Yes.
So that could be referring to one of those, possibly. And then,
Emma's job was collecting, analyzing, and organizing all samples. So it wouldn't have been her. Dr. Ricci
would pictures be classified as samples?
Well, I don't think so. Here's
what kind of other samples are they really examining? I mean, they're looking for this creature, and I would feel like pictures would be possibly.
Could be, but I think it'll be a little more defined. So Conrad Wildingham, his duties were leading the team. So he's the hubristic. He's probably the hubristic leader, right?
The one that keeps everyone in focus in large groups.
F11S, clean silhouettes with undefined features, I think would be him. Because
you don't
he's
think it would
the one.
be
Well, it's on that, yes, but on his notes it says not trying to get stuck listening to another monologue on F11's hubristic follies as a leader.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, unless that's
because he was put as a expedition leader.
Right, unless that's Ricci talking about Wildingham, right? You see what I'm saying?
This isn't Ricci. This is Toby's journal, isn't it?
Yeah, this is Toby. So this is Toby's writing, which is why I think that's a code, right? He used lenses. Yeah. He used something he was familiar with.
Yeah, this would be how he would perceive people.
Right. So I think that's interesting. But as far as let me go back because I wanted to read what everyone's responsibility was. So Dr. Ricci was in charge of conducting research, documenting lab data and scientific observations, and providing regular reports. So Ricci wrote the report. Clarkson was collecting, analyzing, and organizing all samples, tracking animal movements, and setting up humane traps. Toby's job was photographing all samples and maintaining the camera equipment and photo database. So he was the one in charge of the database. So it would have probably been the leader who would have told him what he could take pictures of. Lillian's responsibilities was recording video and audio of all parts of the expedition, conducting field interviews with the rest of the team, and producing a documentary. And then Rusty's job was to check for potential hazards, aiding the setup and checking of humane traps, and providing emergency first aid. So you're right. I think it would have been, I'm trying to think who would have determined what kind of pictures he could take, because he said F4 has made some shoots difficult. This really isn't the footage I want to be taking. Hope it's not like
well, if we could eliminate others, like if we don't know what that one is, there's 5 lens focuses or whatever. So there's
Yeah.
5 other people.
And 5
So
people.
possibly just like, we don't know what this one is, but this one is, and kind of like eliminate people that way. Possibly.
Maybe.
And then I know that's Ami's letter said something about this is the only one she found so far. We might get it later. And I do believe I remember while scanning them in, there are more in the future.
Okay.
So this might not be something we can really just figure out.
Right
This
now.
is this person right now. I mean, we kind of start figuring out maybe some. Like the whole leader ordeal probably is Wildingham for 11 or something.
Yes. Well, I feel like the pre-coffee is a clue. Like someone who needs coffee to be like somewhere they would have mentioned that like someone was hateful before coffee. You know, because like that's a clue, and that would be someone we could eliminate. So we, at this point, we're still trying to figure out the trail. So that's the goal. So for now, we could just put this in our back pocket that this is definitely a code. He's definitely talking about the people.
He's talking trash about people without knowing.
I think he mentions all of them. F4, F8, F1.4, F11, and F22. So everybody's talked about at some point, right?
Yep.
F22 cleans out the lab. Yeah.
Yeah, and anyway, like I said, there's 2 of them that's kind of like in charge of the lab or whatever. I think that was Reese and Emma. Yeah. So that's probably one of those 2. And then I would assume the one about the pictures would probably been the other. I would have thought. I don't know. I could be wrong. Or it could be Lillian because she was filming and stuff.
Documentarian. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, was there any more reading from this one that you needed?
We have the protest letter.
Oh, oh, that's right, the magazine. Okay.
Yeah.
So, okay, I'll read this one. This one's all about our girl, Emma. The title is Controversial Environmental Researcher Makes Waves at Whitlock Protest. All right, bear with me, people. I'm an old, so I have to blow it up really big to see it. Okay. Several dozen students and faculty members braved the cold Tuesday morning to march onto a planned construction site at Whitlock University, effectively halting the work that would be the first step to building a new office administration. At the head of the protest, environmental research associate and lecturer Emma Clarkson kept the crowd motivated with fiery speeches about the impact of this new building on the nearby southern bog lemming population that was recently labeled a special concern species by the Department of Natural Sciences. The most memorable events of the protest were the dramatic displays by Clarkson and her followers that went viral on social media within a few hours. In a video circulated online by Whitlock students, Clarkson stands with fellow protesters, many of whom are holding signs with slogans like "Let Lemmings Live" and "Here to Cause an Anthropocene." Clarkson is in the foreground holding an effigy of the Whitlock University Dean Oliver Reynolds. She is heard shouting, "It's time that Whitlock put its money where its mouth is," before shoving handfuls of dollar bills into the effigy's mouth. This footage of the protest, which has since been taken down by the university, brought media attention of the conservation issue. However, many outlets found that they could not reach Clarkson at her office the following day as she was let go from her position in Whitlock University's Department of Environmental Science. Whitlock Weekly was able to reach Clarkson at her home and spoke with her about her views on the university's responsibility to help protect local species. "Look at the data. We're on track to lose 2/3 of the Earth's wild populations by 2020, Clarkson said. Only 15% of our land is protected. The southern bog lemming is at risk of going extinct before there are Environmental Species Act protections for it. The ESA needs to do more than protect land. That just isn't working." Clarkson went on to explain how she hoped her actions would impact not only local at-risk species, but those that have yet to be discovered. "Imagine how vulnerable new discoveries are. Most are endangered before we even know about them." Whitlock University has not responded to requests for comment, but a source within the dean's office attested to the fact that this was not the only incident on Clarkson's record that contributed to the decision to part ways with her. The planned construction of the new office of administration will continue next week. Bum, bum, bum.
And I went ahead and scanned in the back page.
Oh, Novel Nana showed up. Hey, Bex.
Yeah, I seen that, and then it looked like she left, possibly.
Oh, that's okay.
Yeah, she said she didn't know what was going on.
Okay, love you, lady. Yeah, we're solving a mystery. I am loving her.
Oh yeah. But yeah, we're on video 2 of this.
Yeah, episode 2. So, okay, was that all of our reading then?
All of our actual reading, yeah. Until we get onto the websites, there might be some more there.
So talk to us about the physical evidence, Stewie. You have it?
Yeah, I have it. Also, I started mentioning, I don't know if the bag had anything to do with anything.
Oh yeah, sorry, Benny's Bargain Brews. It
Yeah.
looks like an ad to me. I mean, maybe it will.
It just looked like it. I mean, it just makes it look more authentic, kind of ripped out of a magazine or something. I went and scanned it in just in case.
I figured it might be something like later. You know what I mean? If we need to know like where he might have studied, or because that would be more about like them once they were back home. Excuse me, everyone. I'm dealing with fine.
Yeah. But yeah, we got the map. It's kind of cut off a little bit, but I do have the actual map itself. It's like a little brochure.
Okay. And so 5 and 6 are the 2 trails closest to where Toby was found. Is that correct?
I believe so. 5, and I think I would assume the other one's 6, because the one below it's 7.
Okay, and 5 and 6 are, just to be clear, Greenbark and Wind Dancer?
Yes, and yes, that is 6.
Okay, so I'm going to go back. Well, if you're checking that out, I'm going to go back and see where that medallion was found in episode 1.
You look at the picture of the sketch of his body, because they had the things around him, and I believe they also had like a little mini map in the corner with all the items.
So I'm there now. So here's something interesting, Stewie. I'm looking at that picture now, and I don't know how to share the screen. I don't think I can. But when I'm looking at the picture, so the medallion was found. Can you pull on the share screen? Oh, you've got it up. Okay. So would you point to the map that's below, or the trail 6 below where his body was found? So go to the trail below that.
Oh, 7?
Yes. So that the medallion was found towards the camp on 7.
Okay. So somewhere in there.
So I think that might be relevant, right? Since they included the medallion in this episode.
Yeah. But where was the compass found?
So the compass, hang on, let me go back and look.
That was also included in this episode.
Oh, the compass was? Okay, the compass was found all the way to the north, or let's see, north and east of the camp. So it was on, let me go back to your map and see which one that was. Yes, up there. Okay. That line is where it was found. So I feel like
part of 11, I'm guessing. That's what that is.
That would have been a long way around. Like the medallion makes sense coming back from Toby. I mean, that would have been the long way around.
Yeah.
But that makes more sense than the compass. But you'd need the compass, I would assume, at night hiking through a forest.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Possibly. I don't see what the medallion would get out of anything, really. Just having it, in a sense.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I don't know. But yeah, and then it's like the map is like a brochure. Like it has some other stuff about animals and this and that. Some stuff about the trails, I guess. Just look like normal brochure stuff.
So
I did notice.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I did notice down here, like on the little legend where it says cameras, traps, labs, tents, whatever. It has these, and just kind of like a quick look at it whenever I scan and get in. And then knowing the characters, I think that's like the tent makeup, because there's 3 tents and there's 6 of them, so 2 people a tent. That'd be Conrad and Nigel, which we knew that they tented together.
Right.
And then Rusty and Toby, and then Emma and Lillian.
Yeah.
I think that's what that is. It's kind of like know who tinted with who or whatever.
And then
because I think Rusty did mention something about tinting with Toby. I believe.
Yeah,
I know Conrad and Nigel did, so I mean that's kind of leave those 2 together. So not a big revelation, but I mean that's still. I feel like since they told us in episode 1 that, and then now again in this, that they're like trying to make sure that we paid attention.
Yeah, no, I agree. There's some reason for that.
Yeah.
What I think is interesting when I'm looking at the brochure for the map, so trail 5 and 7 are both easy. So
Mhm.
we were assuming
4.
that trail 5 and 6 were closest to the body. Like if it were us trying to rush back to camp, those would be the 2 we'd think about. But trail 6 is actually like moderate, where 5 and 7 are both easy.
Yeah.
They both trail
And then
head
if
near
the
the body.
compass, you said the compass was up here?
Yeah, it was up north. Let me look where
4
you're
is
pointing,
also easy if you go with your theory. Needing the compass to maneuver at nights or whatever. I believe 4 was also easy. Yeah. I know 4 and 7 is kind of far away compared to 5 and 6, but I mean, if they took 4 and then got on 11 over there by the river, they would drop the medallion there or the compass there, and then if they took
There.
7, drop the medallion. But
On the way back, maybe.
yeah, something. I mean, they could have circled around. They could have went there on 7 and back on 4 or something. I don't know.
I feel like Rusty would have been the only one who could have navigated without a compass.
Yeah.
Do we agree on that?
Oh yeah, I mean, this is his job. This is where he works. That's why they had him there. So I would assume he knew how to navigate the trails and stuff.
That's what I'm thinking.
But yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Okay, so what other evidence do we have, Stewie? Like what electronic? This is our medallion, and you said there was something on the back.
Yeah, I took a picture of the front. I didn't take a picture of the back. I didn't notice it.
That's okay. What is it like?
Let's remove that. Let's make this a little bit bigger. It's just some scratches. I don't know if you can really see it. Yeah, you can see a little bit with the light.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
It looks like little feet print. It's like a short one, a long one, and another short one.
Could they maybe be
animal tracks?
Bear tracks, like so that someone would know what they look like a cheat sheet, maybe?
Maybe. I know we had that in the last one, didn't we?
Right. I think we did.
But I mean, they don't look like paw prints. It's just scratches, and it's like a short, long, short.
Maybe a code?
Maybe. I don't know. But like in the middle, it's longer, and the 2 on the side are about the same. So I don't know. So that might come up later. I looked at that compass again a while ago, and I didn't see anything hidden in it.
Okay. I'm just plugging my phone in. Hang on.
All right.
And unplugging my lights.
Oh yeah, hell. These evidence bags tell you where they're at. I forgot about that. Where it's located on the map.
Oh, that's nice. Okay. Like what region?
It says like for the compass, region 3A, which is just a portion of the park they're in. Then F29.
Oh,
so
because the map has the grid of the letters.
Yeah, the grid. So you look for F and then go for 29. Top thing in that square.
Yes.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, all the evidence has that in it, so you kind of know.
Okay.
And then the compass, I didn't really see anything. I looked on the back a while ago, just in case, and I didn't see anything, nothing on the sides. So it looks like just a compass.
So I think we can assume that Toby, we've got to think about this a couple different ways. So Toby, before we get off of the map, Toby would have gone out to look at the cameras, right? And
whoa. Wasn't someone saying he went to take a picture?
Yes.
So I wouldn't think he was looking at the cameras because he would have had his own camera with him. I feel like these cameras would have been mounted to trees.
Yes, but I wonder if he might have
especially
been...
he died way over here. I mean, there's no right here.
Hang on, sorry, I'm on a different screen. Point again.
Over in 2, in the Echo Cavern or whatever.
Yeah.
Or at least that's where his body was drugged to. We don't know where he actually died.
Right.
But I would assume they wouldn't drag him all the way from camp all the way over there. That's a long way.
No. Yeah.
I would assume he's close by.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. What I'm wondering is as we go on, if we're going to find out that part of his job was like checking the cameras, because in his journal that I just read, it said something about checking the cameras in a certain quadrant, found signs of a ground squirrel burrow between camera Q32 and Knotwood, should be easy to come back and get better shots when I know to tread lighter. So I think we'll find out in the future some more about, you know, what's the situation on all those cameras. But I definitely think he would have stuck to trails that would have been more with where the cameras are than where the traps are. Where Rusty, we know, was going for a trap. So he's going to end to the east. So we kind of know where he was headed. And
Supposedly.
that leaves, right, supposedly. But that then leaves the other 4. So what other like digital evidence do you have? Or did they share?
We can get in here. We got that new password. So the PHTM76. Okay. I know Ami Takahashi or whatever. So she got a new thing in here. Letter to team. Was that it?
Yeah. Letter to team.
Oh, let's see here. September 5th.
So right after.
Yeah, this would have been after, probably after they got home or something.
Yeah.
Members of the Whitlock Alaskan Ghost Link Expedition. Following the tragic loss of life at Moon Summit National Park, Whitlock University has decided to indefinitely postpone the remainder of the expedition. The university is grateful for all your hard work and extends its condolences to you in this difficult time. As per the contract you sign upon joining the project, any data you collected on the expedition is to be handed over to the Department of Natural Sciences. This includes, but is not limited to, photographs, videos, documents, samples, and notes regarding any aspect of Whitlock Alaskan Ghost Links expedition. These will be returned to you if and when Whitlock University is able to secure the support necessary to continue the project. Publishing findings of any kind without the express written consent of Whitlock University is a violation of your non-disclosure agreement and will result in the university taking legal action. These restrictions also extend to any interviews or comments provided to the press. Thank you for your understanding and cooperation. Any questions may be referred to the office of the university president, Amanda Young.
Well, that would have been bad news for Lillian.
Yeah, I found it weird that they don't want them using anything or whatever. And then I also found it weird that they said that has decided to indefinitely postpone or whatever, which seems like it's not going to happen or whatever. Basically canceled, and later it says if and when they continue the project. I felt like that's kind of contradicting.
Yeah.
But I mean, the fact that they don't want anything leaked, no photos or anything, can't even talk to press. Basically, it sounds like they're trying to cover it up. Like they don't want the skin out to the rest of the world that this happened.
They could be worried about lawsuits, you know.
Yeah.
Toby's family, you know.
Yeah.
So what else did she upload? Did she upload any photos or anything?
I think that was it for her. But we did get or see that thing on Toby's thing. Let's see.
Yeah. Let's try that from his.
Yeah. We can also check that.
Okay, I got it if you're ready.
Whatever.
M1.
Oh, I got it. I got it wrote down up here.
And if it's not a 1, we can try an I.
Yeah. I got it wrote down in my notebook.
Cool.
But now we go. Oops, something went wrong. All right, let's try
I see.
Okay. Oops, something went wrong.
Okay, well maybe we're meant to use it. Maybe we're meant to use it later. You know what I mean?
Maybe. Did I type this in wrong? Double check. Can you see the screen right now? Double check, make sure I'm getting it right.
It's Alaska, capital ALSKA 06 is what I see.
Yeah, no, it's not letting us. All right.
Well, we may be early for it, but that's something to notice because I guarantee that'll be useful later.
Yeah. All right, Deviant Tracker. Yeah, this is what I was talking about like before we got on stream. Some of these, they're not. And then others are slowly.
Right.
Yes, last time we had tools, now we got galleries. All right, same stuff.
So gallery is going to be the photos that they found that were around the time he died.
Yeah. Wow. All right, we got, looks like 10.
Trail cams, yeah.
Yeah, and it has the location on the map where they're at.
Oh, that's handy. Wonderful. Okay, P21. I'll pull up the map on my end. Okay. And if you'll say where, then I can like get it in my mind. So the first one was what?
P21.
P21. Okay, so that one is right on trail 6.
Okay. Yeah, if you want to try to keep that note down, like where these cameras, like what trail they're by.
And you just want to do like camera 1? Is that? Are we just doing like 1, 2, 3 kind of?
Yeah,
deal?
you can do just like photo 1, photo 2, whatever type order.
Cam
I'm
1.
gonna get back and
Trail 6 by camp.
I mean, if you want to write down the actual location, you could. I don't care. But it looks like a black and white photo taken at 10:15. So that's within that window that he died, or it's what they said.
What's
That? Almost looks like, I don't know if that's like a.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was about to say it's very dark. It almost looks like an animal. 'Cause it looks like legs, like maybe a deer that's bent over eating or something.
Okay.
Or an elk.
I hope these get clearer. I guess they wouldn't flash at night. Oh, there we go. Night vision. Okay.
It's still kind of. Okay.
Okay, that's helpful. And that it's all the same shot in different modes.
Okay, infrared. Okay,
Yeah.
so yeah, maybe each of these might have different modes.
Yeah.
So infrared. So that's not a deer. I guess that's just a rock or something.
Yeah.
That would pull up heat if that was a deer.
There's no heat.
All right, yeah, it looks like black and white, night vision.
Okay.
Infrared.
So cam 1 is
have that.
P21.
Yeah, that's the first one.
Okay, cam 2 is what, M12?
Yep. All right, we ain't gonna see shit in this. Good thing they gave us the fucking night vision and the
infrared. No doubt. I mean, this is just
infrared's not picking up anything.
No heat. Okay.
And I would assume if Toby was dead, I mean, I don't know when he died. You know, it's a 2-hour time frame.
Right.
I mean, he would still be producing some heat. I mean, his body would still have it kind of built up, I would assume.
And 12. That would be the camera closest to the body.
Okay. So they didn't pick up anything I didn't see. At least not on the heat. Let's night vision, maybe? No.
Mm-mm.
All right.
Okay.
Oh, shit. I didn't mean to do that. Let's go back here. Trail cam R06.
R06. Cam 3. All right, let's see. R
10:15.
6. Okay, this is the camera right off trail 7. Also close to the body, but not like close enough to see.
Yeah, I'm not seeing anything on any of them.
Okay. F15.
F15. Looks like it's taking a picture right at a fucking bush.
Yeah.
Who would position a camera like that unless you're expecting something to jump out?
I would definitely fire that grad student. I wouldn't kill it. Kill him. Kill him. I just called him an it. Kill him. That is right at a bush. Oh, person.
We got a person.
Okay, so there was a person. Okay, this is let's go back. Let me look where F15 was. All right, so at what time was that?
10:15.
At 10:15.
I think all of these are going to be within that 9 to 11.
Okay, this was someone on trail 4 at 10:15.
All right, maybe.
With trail 4 connects to where the compass to the trail where the compass was found.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Make a note that there's a person on that camera shot or whatever, like wherever you're keeping.
Yep.
Your note. Got it. So we knew where to go back. All right, that was F15, right?
Yep.
All right. Q32.
Q32. Well, at least this one's not looking at a bush.
I know, right? This is how I would imagine it. Especially if it was like close to a trail, you would think it'd be kind of facing the trail.
Right. It's kind of a cool picture.
Almost, this one, I mean, you can kind of see some like boards, like a trail or something almost.
Yeah. All right. No infrared on that one. Okay.
No.
Okay, well, we can't win them all. All right, hang on, that was cam 5?
Yeah, that was cam 5.
And what was the address on that one, sorry?
Q32.
Q32. Okay, sorry about that. Go ahead.
That's fine.
Cam
U18.
U18. Okay. I see a whole lot of nothing.
Oh, yeah. But it's still pointing out into a fucking open area.
True.
Unlike that one just pointing right at a fucking bush. Of course, that one did have a person hiding in it, apparently.
I gotta tell you, the trail with the person on it is probably what we're looking for.
Probably.
Okay, this is 7?
This one's 7, yeah. F26.
F26. Okay. Not a bush. We're off to a great start.
Yeah.
And no people.
Well, I don't know. That kind of looks like it's pointing at a bush a little bit. You got a little bit of open area.
Yeah. Okay, but no humans.
No.
Interesting. Okay. Cam 8.
I'm waiting for one to have like 2 people so we can be like, all right, Rusty and
Emma
did go.
on top of each other or something. It's like, calm down, you two. Okay, what was this section? This was F. No,
This
R.
one is R27. This one looks like it's pointing right at a fucking trail.
It is. That is definitely a trail.
Yeah. Those boards could be like a makeshift trail on that one, but this one's.
See a person though. No. Okay.
No.
Are they all at the same time, or are these at different times?
Looks like 10:15, and then I think I've seen a couple of those 10:45.
Okay.
Which they did mention that it was like 15-minute intervals.
Okay.
Because of the cameras or whatever.
Oh, that's right, because of the limited space.
Yeah, limited space, and they was acting up, so they couldn't like just do like a full filming, I guess, or something.
Right.
Okay, that was R27, right?
Yeah. So 9 is I-30.
Yeah. Oh, that looks like a good little.
That looks spooky.
Escape. Yeah, you see like the buttons. I wish we had this in color.
Yeah.
That's pretty. Yeah, I'm not seeing.
Okay.
We got one more. H20.
20. H2O, y'all.
Yep.
All right. Well, we're not looking at a bush, so that's positive.
It looks like we're looking at like a little
black hole
indention. Yeah. But yeah, a lot of these look like 10:15, but I think I seen one that was 10:45, possibly.
Well, I feel like we should go back. Nothing. Okay. Let's note the time, the trail with the person. That was camera 4.
So F15.
Yeah. Double check that's right. Does that pop up in infrared? 10:15. Okay. So 15. At 10:15, someone was on. And for sure saw a human, right?
Oh, wait.
What?
The time went to 10:45. Was there more than just 3 pictures? Oh, crap.
Wait,
I didn't realize that.
Oh.
We might need to go back.
Oh, okay.
Because at 10:15,
okay,
the person. But not all of these. I thought it was just those 3.
So at
10:15 to the 10:30. 10:30, 10:45.
Oh, okay.
So there's more than just those 3 pictures. I thought it was just like a one-time thing.
Okay, so on each, so we got to go through each file one more time?
Yeah, let's do that one more time. Just kind of go through all the times. I thought it was just those 3. I didn't realize the time went up. So 10:15, nothing. 10:30, nothing. 10:45, nothing still on that one. All right.
Okay. And that was all of them?
I'm going to assume. I don't know.
Yeah.
Let's make sure. Let's go backwards. See what this ends at. 10:45. Yeah.
Okay.
So it looks like 15, 10:30, and 10:45.
Okay. So 10:15, we had a person on that one.
On number 4.
Number 4, yeah.
Okay.
Which is Trail 4, which is Tall Pines.
Okay. That's just do you want to go through all of these, or are there any others that might be close to Trail 4 we could look? Like there might be something more on those.
I'd have to look at the map to put together. Let me see the quadrant.
We can just go back through all these.
Maybe quicker to go through. I'm sorry. If we had it like laid out on a table, yes, I would agree. It would be easier for me to be like use my quadrants and figure it out.
So I got the map right here.
Okay, so
Trail 4.
Trail 4 is Tall Pines, so it's up top.
Yeah, so F15 is the one that we seen?
Yes, F15.
Okay, there's one, looks like F26. Is that
F26?
Yes.
H2O is close to it, right?
H2O, yeah, it could be. But we also got F26, which was camera 7.
M11 would be closest to the body. So I do think we check. We may just check them all. I don't know.
M12?
Yeah, M12 would be closest to the body.
Okay. Well, this is another F. This is on
Good call, Stewie. We would have missed some clues.
Yeah.
Let that killer get away. Just walk right past us.
Well, we did catch him. Oh, wait.
Person. Okay, what time and what camera are we on?
10:30, so 15 minutes later.
Okay.
F26. That's still on that same trail. That's going away from the dead body.
Okay, so there's our person. That's what they left on.
So that could be the person fleeing the scene.
Tall Pines would be our trail.
Okay. And what were the other ones you wanted me kind of like H2O?
Yeah, well, I'm just trying to track, like, would they have taken the same trail both ways? I guess they would, right? Because we're just finding one trail.
We're just finding one, and that's all we're trying to find right now. And it's the trail that they fled the body. And then that first picture was at 10:15, and that one was at 10:30. So it'd been 15 minutes later, and they're going away
from the body. They're headed back to camp.
Yeah. So there's the H2O one, just to see.
Yeah.
And I know you said there's one that's close to the body.
M12 is close to the body. Like, it's the closest camera to the body.
Yeah, we can check that. But I mean, the 10:15. Oh, I already checked that one. Yeah. Because 10:15 was the earliest time.
The earliest time on any of these. So we probably won't have another.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. Unless there's a 1045 on one of these files. You know what I'm saying? They may be giving us a trail all the way back. So we may be missing a 1045.
Is there a I-30? Yes, there is.
26. Yes, I-30.
Okay, let's look at that one, see. I'll just go backwards. This is 10:15. Yep.
There it is. Okay, so 1045.
So yeah.
Okay, now wait a minute. Where would that be? The I-30.
So let me pull up my map. So I-30 is right here. That's a different trail, I would assume. But to escape the body, I would assume it'd be one of these trails. And then it picks them up here, and then here.
There, and then there.
Back to camp.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would say 4.
So what is our question? It is, let me go back and see.
Identify the killer's trail.
Well, which one?
Type the name of the trail the killer traveled based on your evidence in this episode. Yeah. But I mean, I would assume 4, since that's where 2 of the things.
There's 2 of them on that one, and that's Tall Pines. So 1045 is the only one not on that path.
Yeah. But you're not going to take that. I would assume that trail would be 11, and you're not going to leave the body from 11 at all. So I think that's just kind of showing us the direction that they took.
I think it's 4.
Yeah,
I think it's Tall Pines.
Tall Pines Trail.
Tall Pines Trail. Let's see if we're right. Let's see if we can catch a killer. Do we have any more evidence? I guess that's probably all of it, wasn't it?
Yeah, man, we went through all of this, and then we got the gallery, the tools, which same as last time.
Yeah.
Home doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
But yeah, I figure each episode we're probably gonna get, because we got 4 more boxes after this. So yeah, probably open up another one each time.
Cool.
We get some videos at some point.
Ready
I don't know what editor is. I'm curious. And yeah.
Her drink recipes, homegirl and her drinking. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
And what was the other?
What?
University portal. Note to self. Oh yeah, we've seen all that. Okay.
Yeah, it's all the same last time. Yeah.
I say see if it works.
Yeah. But that other one's gonna drive me crazy trying to figure it out.
I guarantee we're gonna use it later. You know what I mean? We're just not using it this episode because they wouldn't give us a username and a password for no reason.
Right. It's just I don't know why they would give it to us now if we can't access it now. Top Ordo. They could have put it on a different page. So I don't know. But yeah, let's new message.
Tall Pines Trail.
Tall Pines. That's Lakesville Trail, right?
Yeah.
AI. Oh, okay.
AIL. Yeah.
I don't feel like composing it. I know usually they like you can type in the compose thing how you get to it or whatever. I was like, no.
Gin and juice.
Figured it out. Let's see here. See what she says.
See if we're right.
Yep. That's definitely it. The killer took Tall Pines Trail back to camp from Echo Cavern where Toby's body was found. I'm glad you had time to go through all those trail cam photos since they turned out to be a huge clue. Yeah, especially since we didn't even fucking know that there were multiple photos.
Yeah. And the other clue that it gave us, by the way, Stewie, is it's one killer. Remember, I don't know if it was Danette or Aphrodite. Somebody was saying when we were doing it last time.
Yeah,
maybe it was everybody.
People could be like in on it.
Right, like everybody did it together or whatever, but like that's one person.
Yeah.
Right.
Of course, I mean, still in a way, I guess somebody could have set him up or whatever. I feel like even though they said that he went off on his own, I would assume a person in the right mind wouldn't travel that far away from camp on their own. Maybe a little bit. Yeah. I mean, that's clear across the thing. So I mean, they could still set him up or something.
Maybe.
And it's just one person actually, put the knife in his back. Top ordeal.
So what else? Is she telling us anything else important, or is that just?
Oh, I don't know. I haven't read. I got sidetracked. Using infrared sensors, the cams along Tall Pines Trails capture a figure moving west to east. Tall Pines Trail leads west into an intersection of several other trails. Right near Echo Cavern, the figure in the photos was moving away from Echo Cavern right around the approximate time of Toby's death. Certainly no coincidence. The figure in these photos is the killer. In the field interviews, none of the expedition members mentioned they would be doing work in the western part of the region, right? Those who discussed leaving camp weren't specific about their whereabouts. In any case, the times of the photos will help tighten up the timeline of the nights. The autopsy had confirmed Toby's death to be around 9 and 11. And since that first photo was at 10:15 with him leaving, so we can kind of cut out that back half, basically. Yep. I would say probably anywhere between 9 and 10, more than likely. But the killer retreated the area by 10:15 because that's when their photo was captured on the first trail cam on Tall Pines Trail. With this in mind, Toby's death can be placed between 9 and 10:15. Another clue from the topographical map, Tall Pines Trail briefly runs beside Knotwood River before curving back towards camp. If the killer purposely chose this route, That detour might have some meaning. The murder weapon was never found, so they could have tossed it in the river before returning to camp. I had a job coming up, so I might be too busy to send you another letter. I'll ask Ami to give you the new desktop password when she sends more materials. You'll have a new assignment on the way too. Keep up the great work.
Cool, right. We did it. Didn't even need the girls.
Nah, we got this. We got this.
Nailed
Don't
it.
need their conspiracy theories with Reese and Conrad being exes and all that drama.
That's too much drama. Okay, well, so we know the trail. We know the where. Now we know the when. We know. Where's my camera? We know the when. We know the where. We need the how. No, we have the how too, right?
With the weapon.
We have the weapon. So we have the how, the when, the where. We need the who and the why. That took me way too long to think through. Like yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. There's still so many possible reasons, I guess, for everybody. We didn't really eliminate anything that way. I mean, Reese, that one letter, or that newsletter, faculty letter, or whatever. What was it? A weekly report, that's what it was. That was written, but...
You know what? I bet that Toby's book, I bet it's a login to the Wi-Fi. They would have had to have had Wi-Fi out there.
Yeah, that was one of the things. They had hotspot Wi-Fi.
What gave me the...
That was in the supply list.
Right. And they did that whole ad after the, about the Wi-Fi hours, blah, blah, blah. It just made me, it clicked. I was like, wait a minute, what if that's his Wi-Fi login? I guarantee you in one of these episodes, we're going to get a Wi-Fi log.
I know some of the evidence and some of the other ones, I don't know what stories there are, like, I think in 3, I think I remember whenever I was assigning people stuff, there is like email chains. I don't know who or why I didn't read them, but I know it was an email chain of stuff. They
would have had to have had connectivity for that.
Yeah, I do remember last time when we was going through the supply list, there was like a hotspot type ordeal for the Wi-Fi and things. And I figured for Reese to be able to do his weekly reports, I figured he's probably emailing those to people.
Right. So, okay. Interesting. Let's get in juicy. So next time we start eliminating.
Yeah, the rest of the boxes will eliminate, I believe, one person each box. So and that would leave us 2
4,
people.
5, 6. Interesting.
Yeah, that would leave us 2 people on box 6. And eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Top order. Yep. You want to give your theories on who you might, like what we did last time? Or suspicions on Friday?
It's changing a little, right? Because so Reese was obviously writing his report when this happened.
I wonder if he's going to be like maybe the first person we eliminate and we've already got this.
Let's
just not tell the girls.
Here's the thing. Here's my theory on that. I'm going back to Toby's book. We got to find out who thinks
those focus spots are or whatever.
Right? Because that's going to tell us a lot. Like, I feel like whoever is the one that he's like.
Yeah, I know we get more of his notebooks. I think there's some more in episode 2 or episode 3.
Cool.
And there might be some more after that.
Okay, cool.
I haven't read them, but I do believe I remember typing that in as the name. So he might go in more detail with, describing people as those or something. So we can start kind of picking apart and kind of be like, all right, this person is who he's talking about or something.
Cool. Because
I like that. It's like his way of trash talking people without them knowing.
Totally. I mean, well, when I read
I can't work with this.
Right, because I'd read my, what I was assigned early, just kind of know what we'd be talking about tonight. And when I read it, I thought,
yours, wasn't it? Toby's. I think I assigned you that for next time. Toby's notebook, that was assigned to you, wasn't it?
I actually read everybody's stuff this time. So I had read everybody's stuff. I think I was teacher evaluations. I think is what I was.
Okay, and then might have been Tillery that was supposed
I think
to
it might have been Hillary. But when I read it, either way, when I read it, I went, "Oh, that's a code."
I assigned you 2 though. I remember that.
Oh, did you?
I think I did Toby's and the faculty review for you because those were kind of short or whatever.
Yeah. So my theory at this point is like, I think it's either going to be one of those deals where it's going to be like the person that we don't think it is, which is Reese, right? Right now we're both thinking, well, it can't be Reese because he's writing that report at that time. But it could be a thing where it's like he wrote the report early, or you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, I was about to say he could just sent it at the time, and
but Wi-Fi
it was like 10:51, and then he was pretty close to camp at 10:45. So I mean, another 5-6 minutes.
So it'll be interesting to see if it'll just be interesting to see. I think we can learn a lot. I think the next episode will learn a lot. Like because there's got to be a way for us to nail down who is on the Wi-Fi when, because that's going to tell us
there is a Wi-Fi log in one of the episodes.
Because if there is, that's going to tell us if Ricci was like actually physically there, right?
Yeah. I mean, it might show that he got on the Wi-Fi right then when he sent that, basically.
That's what I mean. But did anybody else log in? Like, can we confirm people's stories using that? You know what I mean? Oh, wait a minute. How are you, Emma, out chasing Rusty through the woods when you're logging into Tinder at 10:50 or whatever, right? Like,
I don't know who she finding on Tinder out there except Rusty.
It's like, with some slim pickings, but
fucking Rusty, and that's about it.
Right, but I think
once she's all over him, is like, hey, you're all I got. Come on.
Oh yeah, but I think I'm getting away from my original theory of like Rusty's the psycho killer. I think I'm like getting away from that, and I'm getting into like it's one of these other people.
Yeah,
and I think
I always thought that Rusty was like a red herring type ordeal. He kind of looked the part.
I
mean, yeah, whatever. I mean, he might be grouchy because these people don't want to listen or whatever, but I'm sure he's used to that all the time, this and that. So it's just like whatever.
Yeah, you're probably right.
I felt like that.
What's your theory? Like, what do you think?
I don't know. I kind of have theories about different people. I mean, learning with Emma about being fired at one point or whatever, and the protests and stuff. She could be against the whole thing, and then knows that it get canceled or whatever. If Toby got killed. I still don't know why she would have killed him, but.
I mean, there's some people who definitely have a lot to lose by the expedition going under, right? So Dr.
Wildingham, like in her case, or
that's true, gain for her. But Dr. Wildingham, he doesn't.
That's like his career.
It's his career. But then the other person is Lillian, right? If Lillian's video evidence stuff isn't hers, but it's the university's, she wouldn't have wanted this to happen because she would have known she signed the non-disclosure.
But at the same time, I don't know. I feel like if it was Lillian and she killed him, I'm pretty sure she doesn't care if it's not supposed to be hers. I mean, she already killed somebody. She could still leak the footage or whatever type of ordeal.
But if they
you already committed one,
right?
Do what?
But the thing about hers with the footage would be, it wouldn't be so much to leak it. She wants to do a documentary. So that would go right back to her. So if I'm legal for the university and I see you putting up stuff from that thing that we own, that's a pretty clear trail back.
She's already committed one crime though, so I mean, what's
well, I'm just saying, like, it's who would buy the film?
I feel like to kill Toby in particular, she might have the best reason because she might think that he's going to get rich and famous when she's worked hard for this and just been like putting out trash, I guess, whatever how it sounds. Yeah, and nobody really respects her. She might have like a resentment towards him.
Maybe.
So that's how I could kind of point it why Toby died, because like Emma, I mean, I don't know why she would have killed him compared to somebody else or whatever. She's trying to end it. Wildingham, he wants this to be a success because it's what his life is going to be remembered by, basically, in the science community. And everybody thinks he's kind of fraud, anyways. How it sounds with some of the stuff. So I feel like he wants it to be a success. But possibly, like, he gets closer to the end of this expedition. It's like, this isn't going to happen. It's like, what if it somehow ends and then I'm like, well, I just didn't have enough time to actually prove it type thing. It's not my fault. I just didn't have enough time.
Right.
So I could kind of see him doing that. But again, I don't see why he would kill Toby. compared to somebody else.
Well, the other
Especially if
person,
him or Reese are having this big argument.
well, and that's
or
what I'm
whatever.
saying. Reese has a great motive because he wants to see Wildingham fail. And remember, he volunteered for this.
Yeah.
Right? He
He's
volunteered.
volunteered, and I think Toby volunteered, I believe.
Yes.
Because he wanted to, and then I know it said Reese like handpicked everybody.
But it's like,
I remember Toby was like all excited about it.
But what benefit would Reese have to this, right? Like, it's not going to advance his career any. It's not going to do anything really for him. So it's like the only reason he, excuse me, he might go is to set up Wildingham.
Yeah.
Right. So
yeah. Or
right
he
now,
go with the girl's theory, and he just wanted to be with his
right now would be
boo,
Reese,
and then
right?
Yeah.
The disgruntled chick and the guy who thinks that the leader is a loser and wants to make him look like a fool.
Yeah. Yeah. That's my theories right now.
Cool. Well, we're getting good there.
I'm curious who's going to be the first one, because I feel like after getting that info about that's weekly reports, if Reese's not the killer, I figure that might be the first person we would eliminate, since they've already kind of gave us a clue into that top ordeal. Unless he is the killer, then I don't know.
I just feel like that could be a red herring, because
it could be.
You know what I'm saying? They're like laying out for us early, like, hey, he was here writing this report when it happened, but no one saw him. He left. Professor Weird wants to hug people and stretches in his tent. You know, I don't know.
It could be what set him off. He's like, you know what? I need to go kill somebody. I can't do this no more. I gotta get out of here.
Doesn't kill the person who he wants to kill. Goes out and kills.
That's too obvious.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be interesting.
Mm-hmm. I'm curious.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, this was fun.
The girls don't know what they missed.
I know. They're gonna have to watch the replay. Catch themselves up. We'll have to tell them in the group chat, like, hey, we're not telling anything. You gotta watch. Look for the infrared.
I would tell them, just like, we couldn't figure it out without y'all.
We almost missed the clue of like finding them along the trail.
Yeah, I know, right? I know. I thought I had seen something, because I think that first one I had went all the way through, and then I clicked backwards, and then I think I went from like 10:15 to 10:45, and I remember seeing that 10:45. I think that's when I noticed that, and everything else was like 10:15. I got to think, I was like, why did they give us one 10:15 or 10:45, and everything else 10:15? I didn't even pay attention to that.
That was with purpose. Well, this one went a lot faster too. I mean,
oh yeah. I figure as it goes along, it'll probably be faster, because it's just building off stuff we already know, or I feel like that first one they're trying to build up the characters in a sense, or whatever, and this and that.
Well, and I figured it may take us a little longer as we went if we needed to go back. You know what I mean? If we
I mean, that's a possibility too.
Remember that evidence from 1, or remember that evidence from 2? You know what I'm saying? Like, it'll be like a balance.
That might be 2, but I mean, especially once we start eliminating other people, like we're like, oh, it's not Rusty. Then it's like, kind of skim over his whatever.
Actually, I think Rusty's going to be the first one we can say it wasn't. I think he'll be the first one we can eliminate.
I would say probably him or Reese, because I feel like those are the two that we're already kind of.
I'm not. I'm thinking Reese could be. I think that is a red herring that we think he was there typing that report.
It might be. I don't know.
That just seems too convenient. And he's the one who's so mad at Wildingham. He has something to gain if it fails. And if they never do it again, it's his career on the line. He says it in the report that he turns in. Like, this is his whole career, and he's an idiot, and I hate him. It's like, it's basically like writing, like, here's the motive.
I mean, in a way, I feel like Emma could be like in the same line. So I mean, she doesn't want.
Oh, those are my top 2.
I figure, I figure, especially like the whole, I went with Rusty type thing, and Rusty doesn't even mention her in his report, top ordeal.
Right.
I was like, oh, me and Emma went and did this. It's just, I went and did this. I got attacked by the feline, and she's like, oh, I went with Rusty.
Yeah.
Top Ordeal.
Emma and Reese are my top 2 right now. I think my top 2 to eliminate next time will be Rusty or Wildingham. The one I don't know where to put is Lillian. Like, she technically has nothing to gain by him dying right now. Because
it's weird how she falls in that category of, like, we don't know where to put her. Because, like, last time with, like, everybody's reports, you know, Wildingham and Reese's kind of goes hand in hand almost. Emma and Rusty's or goes hand in hand. Lillian's just the loner. And then again, now it's basically like, I don't know where this puts her.
That's why I think she's going to be the least significant, only because she has nothing really to gain by his death. So, like, when he dies,
they're just trying to make him fail.
Well, but we've got to. I want to see, like, evidence that that's something she thinks, right? Like, I want to see her say, like, he's keeping me from my Oscar for the Alaska Wilderness documentary.
Well, I don't think it's so much that he's keeping me from this. It's more, I don't want you to succeed because I'm not succeeding, Top Ordeal. You know, I've worked hard for this. You're just still in school. No, I don't want you to do this, Top Ordeal. Because, I mean, she had, like, that one movie, like, what was it, 92, 96?
2 or 3. Yeah, it's been a minute.
In the 90s or whatever. And yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
She's like, you know what? I don't want to be a warship. I want to, I've worked hard for this. I want whatever success I get off of this. I'm not about to have somebody else take my glory, basically.
Could be. Like I said, so that's my working theory. I think those 2 right now are rising to the top of my list. The Wildingham and Rusty are getting the, like, they're probably okay.
I don't know about Wildingham. I still think he might be like, you know what, I don't want to be labeled as a failure. I'm going to make this inch before it's supposed to so I can pass it off that I just didn't have enough time.
Maybe.
That's how I'm leaving. I still say, for me, Reese and Rusty are probably the safe ones. It could be red herrings, but I mean, same thing with Rusty.
Rusty, I agree with you. I think he's a total red herring. I think
I feel like those 2, they've already kind of laid the foundation. Well, not really lay the foundation for Rusty, but I mean, he's just obvious the killer, so that's why he's not Top Ordeal. So I feel like they've already started laying the foundation for Reese for that.
Maybe. Like I said, I think the report.
Because I mean, that was at the very bottom of that. You might not even seen it. I just happened to scroll all the way down, and then noticed that. I was like, oh wait, 22:51. That's 10:51.
Right.
So. But
he also could have gotten back to camp at 10:51.
Yeah, I mean that's a possibility because at 10:45.
Right.
Yeah. I don't know.
You know what I mean? Like, there's something about that report they want us to, like, know, and then I'm telling you, like, somewhere along we're either going to get a Wi-Fi log or some kind of a log.
We got a Wi-Fi log in one of the episodes. I remember scanning that in.
That's going to tell.
And then I know we got a couple. I think 2 different episodes that have email chains. I think next episode has one because I think I remember that one where I was like saying who reads what or whatever.
The Wi-Fi logs correspond to individual people. Right? Like, if Toby's
I guess, because if that was Toby's login thing, it probably will say who's on it, when, what time, this and that.
So maybe, for instance, Toby logs in when he couldn't have.
That could be a possibility.
Right? We could be watching for Toby to log in when he's dead. And then we know that somebody had his password.
Which would be pretty easy if you grab his notebook. He's just got it right.
Right, which I wonder where the notebook was found. Oh, we should look at that real quick. Was the notebook by his body? Hang on, I have it pulled up right here. Save entrance 7 yards, bear scat. Contents. Oh, yeah, how do I do that?
At the bottom, like where it says mute, stop cam, there's a share.
I'll be darned.
And then you have to, if you want to share your whole screen, just click on it. It should be the first one.
Oh, this is what I was trying to do with.
Yeah, I see. He's like, I don't know how to share your cover.
Log permission to capture your screen. Follow these steps. What?
It should just hit share screen.
Catalina screen capture.
Your entire screen. You can click that and then click on the actual image.
Okay, let me try.
I will select it and then hit the share button.
Share screen. Entire screen. clicked on it. Then when I click share, it sends me a pop-up that says Chrome has lost permission to capture your screen. Follow these steps. So my Chrome must be blocking it. Wah, wah, follow
I can open it.
on your Mac, click the Apple logo, System Preferences, Security, Screen Recording. Okay. Apple, System Preferences. Privacy. Oh, this is pretty easy. Never mind. Hold on. I got this.
All right, I was supposed to say I can pull it up on mine real fast.
Privacy isn't an option, so you're lying to me. Oh, security and privacy. That is an option. Never mind. They weren't lying to me. And then I do what? Go to Google, Chrome, and click. Indicate an app. Screen recording. There it is. Click screen recording, check the box. It's not letting me check the box. This is why I have Ricky.
Oh, I'll share it. Don't worry.
Okay, yeah, sorry. I'm like, I don't understand. This isn't working.
Let's see.
Oh, block to make changes. Okay. Oh my God, you want my password? Okay. Okay. I've unlocked. There we go. Got it. Yes.
Oh, you got it.
Yes. Google Chrome will not be able to record the contents of your screen until it quits later. Okay, cool. Bye. That's all I needed. Let's lock that back up so Ricky doesn't get mad at me later. Be like, you're giving away all of our banking information, but I'm not really. All right, so then I go to StreamYard. I click share. I click share screen. Click entire screen and share. Did it work?
Yeah, I'll have to put it in.
Oh, sorry.
There we go.
Okay, so on Toby, in his wallet was his, or in his bag was his wallet, lanyard, walkie-talkie, multi-tool, compass, camera lens, wildlife guide, and a regional map. There was no notebook.
Okay, and I don't think there was any around him either.
I'm looking, I don't see it.
Okay.
Face down, jacket torn, no defense wounds. Yeah, no notebook. So, like I
It's
said,
probably in his tent.
You what?
I said it's probably in his tent.
Yeah. Which is what I'm saying. I think what will be a clue is if Toby logs in, we know that somebody was in his notebook, which maybe we kind of already know because that's why he created the code.
Maybe.
In his notebook.
Mm-hmm. And if that's the case, then we could go back to the theory that multiple people, because then they wouldn't be scared that he's coming back soon because they know he's out of camp and something's going down and they have time to go through his notebook and find his password and then log in and all that stuff. Especially if it shows that they're logged in while he's dead or whatever, or at least gone for like a long period of time. If it's like a minute or two, whatever, they could try to do it real fast. But if they're on for 15, 20 minutes, they're not really scared that he's going to come back and catch them type ordeal.
Right.
Well, or we could just be talking shit. We don't know what we're talking about.
But like I said,
that's a possibility.
They gave us, but here's the thing. They gave us the evidence for a reason, even if we're not using it now. What they were giving us was he doesn't trust that someone's not going to look in this notebook. In this notebook, there's a password and an ID, which will be used for something. And I'm betting it's a login. And he wrote it there. So why would he write his university login there? No. He would have written whatever he needed.
Especially, like I said, if it's the same as Ami's university, it's her first initial, last name.
Yeah.
And his is M and a bunch of...
Which is why I think it's going to be a Wi-Fi login or a like computer that they use, like a central computer or something that like is in the lab, maybe. That they
did. let's see. Let me go back to the thing. I can't remember if they each had their own computer or not. University.
Remember.
Emi Takahashi, ORCINUS 92, enter. Oh, I guess I could share my screen so you can see what I'm doing. Because I remember they had that supply list.
Right,
with
the
that.
supply list will be where it is.
So we can see how many like computers or something. Because I remember seeing in their hotspot thing, supply lists 1. Backpack, bear spray, blah, blah, blah. So it's alphabetical order, so no computer.
No computer. See if there's
laptop, 6.
So everybody has a laptop. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, go and
So
see
they
if
were.
was it hotspot you said it was, or was it Wi-Fi? Do they do it under Wi-Fi? Because A, B, C, E, F, G, H. So there's no H. So maybe Wi-Fi hotspot. See if the bottom of the list. Or was there a page?
Probably page 2. But I remember seeing something, I thought.
No, I think you're right. We got to find it.
Yeah, I was supposed to. I could have sworn I seen something about hotspot or Wi-Fi. Yeah, Wi-Fi hotspot. Mm-hmm.
Only one. There's only one.
Yeah, that's probably like in the center of the camp, or it might have been one of the lab tents. I don't know.
And it has a quarter-mile radius.
Yeah, so I mean, everybody in the camp or whatever in that little, probably get it from their tents.
Yeah.
It's just 3 tents and then 2 lab tents. So yeah.
So I think we're gonna find something in the Wi-Fi login. There will be logs or something.
And I think there's going to be something to do with alcohol.
Oh, good.
Because it says prohibited items, alcohol, tobacco products, illegal substances, and firearms.
Okay.
And I know one of the evidences in one of the episodes is a flask. So I don't remember if that was, they might have had it for like water. See if they got supplied a flask. I might be thinking too much into that. No, it doesn't say anything about a flask.
There, yeah, no.
So yeah, so somebody brought some alcohol.
Interesting. Okay.
So.
All right. Yeah. Well, like I said, it's fascinating. I think.
Oh shit!
It's gonna be fun. What?
I didn't have my the stream on YouTube muted. I don't know why I haven't heard it all this time. I've had it open and I just clicked on it and it started playing. I was like, what? No shit. My bad.
Oh, that's us. Okay, I get it. I was like, that's us. I was like, who are those people? That would be us. That's what the people are seeing. Raw. Yeah, okay, cool. This is fun. I dig this.
Yeah.
This is our Friday plan, people. Friday nights.
Yeah, for the next 4 weeks, possibly. Depending how many we get done each night.
With 4 heads working together, I feel like as fast as we worked tonight, because we really had this one in an hour and a half. I bet we could be in a
I know last time we did that first one like in 2 hours.
Yeah.
We spent another 2 hours chit-chatting or whatever.
I bet in a 3-hour span we could pop through 2.
Yeah, that's what I had kind of planned on tonight. Or whatever, like see if we could do like 2.5, 3 hours maybe. To do episode 2 and 3. But yeah, I mean, this kind of leaves us even. So if we do another one and we do 2, that'd be 3 and 4, and that would just leave us 2 more. So that'd just be 2 more streams.
I feel like we should like prep the finale and like get some of our people to come out for it. I know we're doing it late at night, so it's like it's hard. But when people like come out and get into the last one, like who do you think it is?
Yeah, I don't know. If they just come for the last one, it's just 2 people. If we eliminate everybody all the way through, I think it'd be funner, all the way through.
Oh, I want them to do it all the way through. I'm just saying, really going to push that last one. Like, hey, we're going to finally catch the killer. Like,
yeah, I thought about whenever I did that little promo video commercial or whatever for this, I was wanting to try to, I guess, enact the whole ordeal or whatever, like how we had that picture of Toby laying down dead, like actually film that and maybe have somebody like standing over him or something. I was like,
that'd be cool.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know.
You just
I
have
don't
to.
know if I get to. Yeah, I was like, I don't know how to do this. Or so finally, I was like, I'll just go get some stock images of some mountains and forests and some campers and stuff. Especially since I didn't know really what. I knew somebody died from a bear supposedly and was murdered. That's about all I knew.
Ain't no bear. Ain't no bear. It's a murderer.
I got a bear claw, but no, that's not what killed it.
Definitely not what did it.
Yep.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, thanks everybody.
Almost 2 hours. We got a couple of people watching.
Yeah.
I know Anna stopped in for a little bit and didn't know what she was doing, I guess, and I was like, nope, I'm out.
Nana, we had Aphrodite for a minute. I know my husband's watching it from the bedroom, or he's supposed to be. So.
All right. But yeah, thank you all for coming. That's gonna be it for this episode.
We'll see you next Friday.
And video wise. And yeah, we'll do it next Friday.
Same bat time, same bat place.
Yeah, I was about to say I don't know about the same time or not. Possibly. I know Aphrodite said she preferred this time instead of earlier. I thought about doing it earlier today. But yeah. Well, we'll figure it out. I'll get it scheduled and all that fun stuff. But that's about it. Peace out.
Bye.